Well, Pookies, college football is back, and boy oh boy, where do I begin? When Pat McAfee nearly got his head blasted by a cannon, I knew we were so back. This is what I live for, and I decided to go over kickoff week's biggest games in a nutshell. Now this might be the only time I do this since the NFL is next week too, and I'm trying to cover that mostly, but let me know what y'all think of this. I'm in college myself, and I do indulge in the incredible atmosphere. Also, I added in super thanks to the bottom of my videos since obviously the NFL and NCAA will claim all revenue, which I'm fine with, as the most important thing is giving y'all the cleanest of content. But any support helps because I want to keep doing these and get better equipment. I'm also working on some channel memberships, and I'm not going to release that until I know for sure that it's going to have a lot of value to it. So we're going to see what happens there. Plus, I'll shout y'all out at the end of each video as well. Love y'all, man, for real. So how did week 1 in college football went, you may ask? Well, let's get these blowouts out the way first. Kansas whooped on Linden 1, who don't even have a team picture on Google. Missouri beat Murray State. The Battle of Utah was one-sided. Florida lost the Battle of Florida. Oklahoma beat Temple. Iowa, yup. Tennessee, my goodness. Oklahoma State, yup. Ohio State, of course. I don't even know what UT Martin is. Alabama cleared. Lock Ole Miss up for this. Arizona beat New Mexico. And Michigan whooped Fresno State. I know I'm missing a lot, but I ain't reviewing the 3 schools unless they go down to the wire or something. Sorry, guys. For this year's Week 0 prime matchup, we got Florida State versus Georgia Tech. I still believe Florida State was done 30 last year, and it was quite a heartbreaking way to end their season losing to Georgia. So what did they do to start off this year? Fumbled the bag against another team named Georgia, of course. Besides the first quarter, Florida State never held a comfortable lead, and it was only a matter of time before their defense turned into jelly. First half was glorious. Game was looking neck and neck entering halftime with this long-ass kick by Fitzgerald. Georgia Tech was just not going down. They were eating DJU for breakfast. Eventually, Georgia Tech takes the lead, however DJU orchestrates this clean touchdown drive, and now we're entering the final minutes. Georgia Tech has one shot, and my goodness, they completely torched the Florida State defense. Even with the goofy fumble near the end, they quickly gained the necessary yardage for field goal range. Here it is, to win the game. The college football season starts with an upset. Oh yeah, we in for a good season, shawties. Well, it's a Colorado game, so I had to review it, right? Anyway, Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are elite, man. Hunter playing both sides of the ball like nothing. How does this guy not get tired, man? But the one thing that holds his team back is defense. And my goodness, he could have deduced that from the first possession of the game. Look how much room this guy has to run. Despite the added defensive pieces, this was just looking like the mediocre defense from last year. Nothing more, nothing less. Colorado haters were containing their laughter when North Dakota State was leading at the half. I just want to highlight this clean play by Shedeur because wow, this is like Heisman stuff right here. Anyway, second half, Colorado somewhat wakes up, but they don't make this win look easy. Shout out to Jimmy Horn Jr. because he also had himself a day. This catch by Travis Hunter, I mean, wow, he might be the first wide receiver cornerback to win Heisman. Colorado pulls out the win, but I don't know, this defense has some serious work to do. Coach Prime didn't even seem too happy either. Now, I don't know a lot about these teams. I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about these teams. But I got a bone to pick with this game because it was supposed to end at 2:30, only for Taylor to shank the game-winning kick. Meanwhile, my Texas was being played on ESPN News. ESPN News, I didn't even know that thing existed until now. Anyways, hitting aside, this game was a legitimate thriller as it was coming down to the wire. Vanderbilt built up a 17-0 lead early on, but Virginia Tech was finally starting to wake up. Vanderbilt was trying to pull off the upset, but a busted coverage gave Virginia Tech a lead late in the fourth. But Vanderbilt QB Diego Pavia was having none of that and quickly orchestrated a clutch touchdown drive. But it gets better because Virginia Tech can't do anything with the ball, so Vanderbilt gets it back. Pavia carrying this team on his back, and they get in field goal range. All they need is this field goal. Yeah, I already spoiled it, he missed it. Well, while this game goes to overtime, Texas ends up scoring their first touchdown in the SEC, and I didn't even see it. Joke's on me for not getting the ticket in time, I guess. Anyway, Pavia leads another clutch touchdown drive, and Vandy's defense holds up in the end. Vanderbilt pulls off the upset, and my goodness, Diego Pavia led the team in passing and rushing. Pop off, man. Well, I mean, at least y'all didn't get shut out, right? I mean, definitely could have gotten a lot worse, I guess. Okay, but seriously, Clemson had this one bomb early on, and I was like, whoa, this might be competitive, but then, yeah. I know I should have put this in the blowout section, but come on, these were both ranked teams. Big noon Saturday turned into big noon delay, which turned into a big noon blowout. Yeah, I don't know, not the most exciting big noon game, plus the refs were smoking some za for sure before the game. I don't know a lot about West Virginia, but homeboy Garrett Green looks shook every play. Penn State defense just don't play, man. Maybe next time, West Virginia. Dylan Gabriel is now in an Oregon uniform. but the entire team was just not locked in all the way. This is a number 3 ranked team in the country, by the way, guys, struggling against the Idaho Vandals. Props to Idaho because they made this as competitive as possible. The trick touchdown plays definitely bamboozled Oregon, but alas, Oregon comes out on top because, well, they better because they're ranked number 3. Oregon, if this was any ranked team at all, y'all would have been booty jiggled, but whatever, at least I got the win. Okay, I know this was a blowout, but come on, it's hard not to get excited over a team right now. CJ Baxter suffered a season-ending injury before the season started, prayers to him, but regardless, this team has not missed a step. I mean, wow, this is just light work for us. Look at this no-look pass from Quinn Ewers. Like, dang, I didn't even know bro was like that. Isaiah Bond getting his mouth guard ripped out, fixing his helmet, and still catching the pass. Not to mention Arch Manning was in the game and got this first touchdown pass. My goodness, what a time to be a Texas fan. Look, guys, A&M lost their home opener. Everyone point and laugh. This game had a pretty slow start. I was low-key falling asleep throughout the first half. Both defenses were just denying each other's offenses. But finally, Notre Dame's offense wakes up with a 47-yard rushing touchdown. But A&M is no slouch, so they answer back with a rushing touchdown of their own. Unfortunately, this will be the last time they even sniffed the end zone. No matter how loud Kyle Field got, Notre Dame was just unfazed and marched into the end zone. Aggies had a shot, but Notre Dame's defense had all the answers. The Irish kick a field goal to cap off a solid win against the Aggies. Kyle Field in shambles. Music to my ears. Now this is how you open college football with a bang in Las Vegas. Both USC and LSU are coming off top tier quarterbacks Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels from their program. So we shall see how different these teams operate. Well, from the beginning, we already see a change because my goodness, USC's defense actually made a pivotal 4th down stop on the first drive. You already know that Danton Lynn hire was paying off. Both teams kind of stalemate for a bit until the catch of the year happens by Hudson. Guys, this is what I live for. USC drives in and scores. LSU don't play though, so Nussmeier throws his bomb to Lacey for a score. USC drives far but settles for a field goal. Well, look guys, a miracle. USC makes another stop. It's tied at 10 with a chance for USC to take the lead, but the kicker shanks it. Oh yeah, now the real fun begins. USC starts the half with a field goal, but LSU locks in and marches down the field for an easy score. After an exchange, USC turns it over on downs. They were pressuring Miller Moss on every play, but guess what? USC makes another 3rd and short stop, so they get it back. Then Miller Moss orchestrates an incredible drive, ending off with a bomb to Jacoby Lane. Now, if it were last year, the defense of USC would have just given up right here, and it almost looked like that was going to happen. But they stand firm and LSU settles for a field goal. Defense is like night and day compared to last year. Then Miller Moss, I kid you not, pulls out the drive of his life as with around a minute left, bro was throwing dot after dot to make his way up the field. He squeezes his ball into the hands of Hudson, causing Hudson to get decked, but he holds on. Targeting is called on Gilbert, so they add on 15 more yards. Field goal to win? Nah, just running in with Marks as he effortlessly makes his way into the end zone. And with that, USC upsets LSU. They play like a top 10 team, man. This is what college football is all about. Oh wait, we got another game. What the heck? I've completely forgot. Oh shoot, it's Florida State again. How are y'all doing, Florida State? Last game was a rough way to start the season. How'd y'all bounce back this time? And yep, tickets for Florida versus Florida State will be sold on Shein at this point. Quite a horrendous performance by DJU. Someone fact check this image because there's no way this is real. Poor man was getting violated all over social media. I mean, could they not really do anything? I mean, was it the jet lag? I mean, I don't know, because they not only lost to Boston College, they got their cheeks jiggled by Castellanos and the run game. DJU was misfiring on a lot of throws, and FSU just does not look like a ranked team. Like at all. Allowing nearly 300 yards rushing is crazy work. I mean, this defense couldn't stop a fly if they wanted to. You know what the best part of all this for me was though? It was watching Bill O'Brien outcoach Florida State in every single way possible. Brings a tear to my eye. I will always have a soft spot for you, Bill. Now please put some deodorant on. What a brutal watch. And if you're an FSU fan, well, already an exciting start to the season. Can't wait to see how the rest of the season plays out.